Good evening, Internet. Shroom here, and through the Omenpaths, or Spider-Man, a new set has just released in Standard and Magic the Gathering Arena. So, as I like to do with every new set, I'm going to play some Limited, play a Sealed League, crack some packs, get some of the new cards into my collection. It looks like a very interesting set, and definitely have some ideas about what I might be pursuing, what other people might be pursuing, and what kind of counterplay I have to that. So, let's crack some packs and play some sealed matches. 2,000 gems, what a bargain. Let's go. Let's crack our packs. So, unlike in Draft, which is all about synergy, Sealed is all about the power level of your cards. So you want to build around your most powerful cards in Sealed. Parallel Lives, is that actually in Omenpaths? Okay, we've got Scion of the Earth Spider. 5 colors, pretty hard to pull off in Limited, generally speaking, unless we have some remarkable fixing. Okay, this is a really good disruptive, like Thalia style card. It's not a great build around, but it certainly could go in our deck if we're white. Oh, this is another good sort of deck that I'm likely to play outside of Sealed, like as a substitute for Skrelv, since Skrelv is rotated. I like this card quite a bit. Is this the one that becomes an island? Yeah, okay. Surus gives you a 0/1 and a 2/1 reach for 2 mana. You can transform him for 4. To be a 4/4 Vigilance Reach that lets you in-web your spells, which means you can cast it for its in-web cost if you also return a tapped creature. Okay, so that's web slinging that's the non-Spider-Man version of web slinging. There's so many freaking spiders in this set. Okay, this guy suspects one of our creatures and gives us treasure whenever our suspected creature attacks. This is the one that lets you cheat artifacts into play for free. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value, you can do this power, copy that spell, except the copy isn't legendary, then put a +1/+1 counter on this. With a mana value equal to its power, so whenever we cast 1-drops in this case. Okay, so yeah, those were all our rares and mythics, I think, and really nothing too spectacular in there. The Earth Spider is like the only thing that's pretty high raw power-wise, but that's not going to be a good card to build around, so we're going to have our work cut out for us to build a playable deck. Let's see what we can come up with. Alright, so it looks like we have our deck, and this pool of cards was just sort of lacking in raw power. Like, the most powerful card was the Earth Spider, but I didn't really have the other cards to support trying to go for a 5-color deck. The powerful cards I did have were very sort of synergy dependent, which is odd. So I've just got kind of a mid-rangey pile of like the rare cards. I'm playing one of Yera and Oski for a little bit of disruption. I'm playing a Demi, which is just a good creature on rate that can protect our creatures from removal spells. And I'm playing the Zora, a little bit of life gain. You know, a lot of our creatures just happen to be spiders, or a decent amount of them anyway, so we should be able to get a little bit of value off that. And I always like Soul Sisters, so it's not bad. A removal was really, really bad in this pool too. No black removal spells whatsoever, so I'm just packing a couple of shocks. I'm packing a 1 of Mothwing Shroud and a 1 of Perilous Lunge. That's all I've got in the way of direct removal, so a little bit concerning there. So I've got, you know, Crime Scene Investigator can get a little value. Full Throttle Fanatic can give my stuff haste. Romantic Rendezvous is a little card draw. Cruel Carackles, a Grizzly Bear with upside. Leyline Weaver is like a Gruul Mana Dork that can untap. It's a spider. That's kind of interesting. Steelweb Surveyor lets us like look for lands. Darval is just a 3/3 for 3. That's sometimes a 3/3 for 1, but mostly will be a 3/3 for 3. Then we've got our Banishing Light. We've got Vera and Oski. Laszlo makes one of our creatures be suspected and makes it so that when they attack, they generate a treasure. Perilous Lunge is the fight spell that puts a +1/+1 counter on our stuff first. Supportive Parents are just a 3-mana 3/3 basically. Crash is a decent card. 2/3 for 3 that lets us make a creature not able to block. We discard. We don't have any Mayhem synergy because there's nothing in our colors. It wasn't worth splashing black, in my opinion, for Mayhem here, since there was no black removal spells. Sarn's a 3/4 in that can be for 4. That can only cost 3. If we work it right, we can get it so that when it enters, we draw a card and gain 2 life. Sadistic String Pullers, just a spider. Favorite Fighter is actually a 4/4 for 4 with upside, gets a treasure, can't be blocked by more than one creature. That's a good mid-range threat, actually. Oris is a spider, 3/5, reach for 5. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target spider gets +2/+2. So really, he could be a 5/7 reach. So that's not bad. Zan is a 4/3 for 5 that does a rampant growth when it enters. We can also cast it for 3 for its in web. And then finally, we've got Chizak, Apex Arachnosaur. The spider dinosaur hero is a big dumb high end, 17 lands. So yeah, we're really just a pile. Not a lot of synergy here. We're just playing the biggest, like, least embarrassing cards that I could pull from my pool. So let's see how we do in these matches. A little disappointing that we didn't get anything really, any like major bombs, but let's see if we can scrape together a couple wins. Irvin will be our first opponent with our Naya pile. Okay, we got our colors. So yeah, this isn't terrible. We'll keep. Opponent also has a Suburban Sanctuary. Land go, land go, land go. Okay. Let's play Yira and Oski. Look at opponent's hand, then choose a card type. Spells of the chosen type cost 1 more to cast for everyone. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. Five damage to target creature. Destroy target artifact. I guess I'll choose instant. It makes our shocks more expensive though. Principled Referee. It's a 2/3, so it's going to be a 3/4. Okay. Well, we can do the old Perilous Lunge and fight it down and attack for 4. Opponent's just gonna curve out into this Arachnosaur, and then I'm not sure what I'll do. Yeah, let's play this Favored Fighter, I guess. Darval is a 3/3. 2/2. This creature has flying as long as it's modified. 2/2 ward 2. Alright, let's attack with our favorite fighter. So I think we can, in webs, bounce it. So we'll draw a card and gain 2 life. Play the Steel Web Surveyor. Search up. I don't know. Planes? Oh, he puts it on top? Okay. Well, we get to draw a card. Janai and Hoppy Roof Skippers. During your turn, they have flying. When they leave the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white citizen. I could shock one of the other creatures. That just turns this into a 1/1. Nah, let's just pass. Oh hey, we have a Shazax. Let's play it. I suppose I could have played my land first, and then I would not have need to use my treasure. Oops. I'll attack with Sarn. Start trading away creatures. Yeah, I didn't need to spend my treasure there. That was silly. Alright, we'll kill the flyer. Oh no, it's not a flyer. It has to be modified. Alright, we'll kill the breach shape. Of course, everything in this set has reach also, so... So they can pay 4 mana to destroy my 6/6 when it attacks. Which I guess is just gonna happen. I mean, eventually it's gonna happen. Alright, opponent takes 2, so we'll play favorite fighter. Make a treasure. Supported parents. Pass. Alright, they get their 6/6. Take 2. Mountain. So I have these 2 shocks. Let's attack and see how they block. Okay. That's fine. So now I guess we want to kill Shizak. Whenever you cast a creature spell with +1 on target creature you control, gain flying till the end of the turn. Okay. Do we want to shock that token? I don't think we need to. Alright, now we're in trouble. We're out of gas. Error 9. Viral node. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target non-equipment artifact you control becomes an artifact creature. 3/3. Alright, let's kill that before it becomes a 3/3. So they can activate that thing to become a 3/3. I guess I'm gonna block. They could play their thing to give it plus whatever. They didn't. So we just trade. Leyline Weaver. It's a 2/2. Seven, 8, 9. Yeah, I guess I'm blocking. I think I'm pretty screwed here. I don't think there's a card in my deck that gets me back from this. It's possible I was a little too quick to throw away my Shizak. Probably should have kept it to block my opponent's Shizak, but then they just would have cast the removal spell when they attacked, so I think my Shizak was bound to eat that removal spell. 4/3. This doesn't have trample, right? No. I'm actually just dead, because they can cast this on whatever creature I don't block. Bisky. We've got our colors. We've got some threats to play. We'll keep. Alright, I think we'll just play, Cruel Caracal. I like that evil sounding meow. Scout the city. Mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent from among them into your hand. You gain 3 life. Okay, so that's the Scouring Storm Soul. Yeah, that's really good. They even put a land in their graveyard. It's gonna be hard to beat. Actually, we have a Banishing Light for it, so... I think we'll play Yira and Oski. Sorcery, enchantments. This is an enchantment. So I don't want to put it on enchantments. So I guess I'll put it on sorcery. Ban this bot here. Alright, well, Mothwing Shroud is a good answer for the Scouting Storm Soul. Rouse the Swarms, gonna make a spider. This costs 3 to activate? Okay. Let's attack. Gonna block the 3/3. Okay, we'll boost our cat. And play Crime Scene Instructor. It's a 2/2. Boris. Alright, that's gonna be hard for me to deal with. Alright, we'll play the Favored Fighter. I mean, I guess we'll just play out our hand. Which is not an impressive looking group of creatures, I gotta say. Yep, now Oris is gone, they can cast that. Draw Shock. Hey, what's up, Maven? I'm just not sure how I ever get through damage to them. So, let's pass. Margot on the case. Costume closets. Can put counters on stuff. Whenever a modified creature you control leaves, put a +1/+1 counter on this artifact. Okay, well, we're gonna shock that because we don't want unblockable damage coming through every turn. Draw land. Okay. This can only activate once each turn, right? Guess we're just passing. Has flying as long as it's modified. Okay, so now they have a flyer that they can boost to a 6/6 each turn. That's great. I'm just gonna take this one. Gallant Citizen is a Lanoir Visionary. Yeah, I can't deal with this 5/7. There's not a spell in my deck that lets me do it. I have the one Banishing Light and 2 Shocks. That's my removal. They have a university campus. Let them surveil. What is with all these bombs my opponent has? When an interest for +1 counter on target creature, whenever a modified creature you control deals damage to the player, draw a card. Okay. We have lost this game. There's nothing in my deck that lets me deal with their board. And they're gonna start drawing cards every turn as well. It's like we have 0 chance. Matt's Dessa 1. Can we get a win? Can we get 1 win with our pile? This is fine. We have the Steelweb Surveyor, which can find us planes. So we'll keep. Alright, here comes our Surveyor. I don't think I've ever... Yes. I don't think I've ever had a sealed pool with so few removal spells. My pool had 2 Shocks and the Banishing Light. That's it. Okay, let's get in. I think that we'll flash in our Ademi. Alright, they have a favorite fighter. That's a good one. Alright, here comes a Demi. Laszlo Enthusiastic Accuser. Can suspect something. It's not bad, actually. So let's play Laszlo. What do we want to suspect? A Demi does more damage, probably a Demi, but I'm more likely to sacrifice a Demi for its ability. I think it'll be the Surveyor, actually. Because, yeah, at some point I'm going to sacrifice a Demi. Oh, I could have given it flying, though. That was silly. Okay. I could have given a Demi flying there and attacked with it also. But this lets me play another creature. Yeah, let's play the Crime Scene Instructor. This guy is okay. He makes one of your creature into a menace creature that can't block. Whenever creature you control with menace attacks, create a treasure token. Abilities that let you create treasure tokens every year are powerful. Okay. So they kill my Ademi. We could chump block this. I think we'll just take 4. Can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Alright, I don't like the way they're handling my cards. Remorseless Coup. Put target creature in the bottom of its owner's library. You lose 2 life. Okay, is this one still suspected? No? Yeah, it is. But it doesn't give me treasures anymore. So we have our own favorite fighter. And what the heck, let's play this Leyline Weaver too. I think, there's Zan. We just draw more land. So, what to do here? Attack with favorite fighter and trade for one of those creatures? I can attack with everything. I trade here, lose a creature, and deal 4 damage. I think I'll just attack with the favored fighter. And trade for something. Yep, trade for the favored fighter, sure. Because I seem to have a lot of removal, so I at least like to get a trade off it. Lavaborn Goblins. Sure, we'll block. Oh, this thing can't block. Alright, double block. Wisecrack. Alright, so we get blown out. However, I do get to give the counter to my menacing guy, which isn't terrible. There's 3 damage. We're not gonna win this race. Fate Weaver. Sacrifice this creature, search for a spider hero card, reveal it. Alright. Yeah, I just die. Because this thing can't block. I can deal 5 damage, 3, 4, 5. And then I die on the backswing, so... Sure, let's attack. And as long as my opponent just turns everything sideways, that's game. Okay. Just attacking for 5. Okay. Well. I guess I'm shocking that spider. If I draw another shock off the top... Okay. That's GG. I had 2 draws. But... Yeah, let's attack for 3. And that's games. Okay, so yeah, I went 0-3 with this deck, and it's not that surprising because this deck's really bad. No removal, like no real bombs. So unfortunately, we were very unlucky with our pool. But anyway, the whole point of this exercise is to get some cards into the collection from the new set, to get a little bit of exposure to the new cards, which was actually very helpful and gave me some ideas. So I'm going to call it here. That was our Through the Omenpaths sealed events, which I always like to do for each new set. And I'll be back on Friday. I stream MTG on my Twitch channel every Tuesday and Friday. I'll be back on Friday with a brew incorporating the new cards. So please be sure to hit the like button if you want to support off-meta MTG content, and look forward to seeing you later in the week. Take care.